Hello, everyone. I am Michael Fleming. I'm CEO and founder of Compass Aim Solutions, and we specialize in app development. We specialize in software development, and pretty much we're all around solutions oriented organization. And so I'm going to be sharing with you today our app that's called the Care Alliance, and I'm going to walk you through kind of how the app works and how the software works. And I am loading this here for you. There we go. We're going to connect here, and then you can download the Care Alliance app in any app store, the Apple and Android store. And so these are actually our four apps here. We have the Care Alliance, King Streets, the Day Wheel, and the Life Quest. But right now, I'm going to take you through the Care Alliance. So the Care Alliance is, first of all, it's the business of the Care Alliance. There are 41,000 zip codes in the United States, 19,000 cities. And what we're looking to do is to be able to provide resources to people all over the country. And it starts with an amazing process. So if you think about it, people don't probably have a sense of how many people and organizations are dedicated to really trying to improve our communities. And so we understand it. There's a long, great story, but for the sake of doing this particular presentation, we're going to concentrate on the app. But I have a long history in serving, being part of community projects, ran the one of the largest ran the largest life skills program in the state of Georgia. At one point, we had 10 counties. We were doing programs from GED, life skills, work readiness, and we were actually never a nonprofit, but we met some amazing nonprofits, and I wanted to figure out how to help those nonprofits grow their organizations. And this is 100% free, by the way. What I'm about to show you. So again, you can download this in your app stores under the Care Alliances and be able to get the same thing. But this system is made of about 12 components. And but the thing that's the most dynamic is this particular little search bar right here. And it's a closed in search, so you can't do the typical Google search, but I'll explain that here in a second too. But it starts with this amazing button right here. That button we call the care button. And you see on the app, it's here on the left, and to the left of the word search, and on the actual web application. And you can go to carealliances.com, by the way. But on the app here, and on the website, when you click that button, something pretty powerful happens. And so when you on the phone, and again, I have it on my phone here, I'm going to hit that little locator button. We call it the care button and the help near me button. So I'm going to do that. It's going to find my location, and then it's going to show me by distance where there are nonprofits and community organizations near me. So we call this the help near me system. And this is for all 41,000 zip codes in the entire United States and its territories. I have the complete database of all, well, I have these all officially registered nonprofits that all have the current 990s as of last year. And so, but again, the entire idea of this is that we want to be able to help all these nonprofits, community organizations, grassroots organizations, government agencies, schools, you name it. It's to build a collective community across the entire United States where the people who care are helping each other. We even have these neat little wristbands that have the QR codes and everything else on them as well. And so we're going to be doing this all over the country. We've got partners on the ground all over the country in over 42 locations around the United States. And we now have our first international location in Ghana. And we're going to start growing the international as well. So, but again, what you've seen so far started with me just pressing that locator button. Now, the first time you do it, it's going to ask for access to your location. We're not tracking your location at all. That's not what it's set up to do. It's just set up to identify where you are. So when you're using it, that's the only time it does it. When you're not, it's off. There's no permanent tracking of any location at all. We have no reason to do that. And see, so here I want to move this over just a little bit, and then I want to show you what it looks like on the web application. So when you press that same button here, what happens is here is that now what's slightly different, it does the exact same thing. It's going to find it's going to typically find my location, but because I'm doing the screen share, it's going to it's trying to find the entire group. So I'm going to put in the current zip code of where I am, 30135, and it's going to show that I'm in Douglasville, Georgia, in the Atlanta metro area. But it's going to show me there are 402 nonprofits around me right now. And so, and now on the web application, this is all software, but on the web application, you will see this in alphabetical order. It's not going to show you according to the distance of where you are. So on the phone, again, same setup. They actually are both in the cloud together. It will show you where they are in a relationship to where you are at any given moment. So it's a complete help near me system. We've got care cards. We've got brochures that are going to be coming out. We've got flyers. We got care bags, care, a little bit of everything around care. Anything that helps organizations and help people help people. That's one of the driving resources behind it. And of course, to get access to all the tools, you can sign up and log in. I'll show you some more of what's around the system for us as well. See, so here I'm going to pull the app back up. I want to go here to the mirror effect here. I'm going to stop and share it back again. I'm going to share the phone here. I'm going to just come back up. Okay, that's going to come back up. All right, we're going to enlarge that there. Now on the phone inside of the Care Alliance, let me pull that back up. Okay, we've got some additional sections, and this is what you're going to see here. So, this is for everyone too. The Care Alliance is literally intended to improve all areas of everyone's life all the time. We have a life management system is ultimately built into everything that we have on this to help you improve all the areas of your life, and definitely help. The system is built to help someone if there's any challenges, particular challenges in their life. So there's some decent sections, a lot of sections in here, but we think every one of them is necessary. So that's part of what you're gonna see in the system. So now if I swipe to the right, you'll see all the sections and features together here. And I'm gonna explain those here in the next few minutes. And then here back to the right, you have the who are you in life and self-assessment. It allows you to kind of take an evaluation of who you are, what you're trying to do with your life. And again, we don't want to tell anyone what to do. We want you to tell us how to help. And so in that pace, that way we're able to put all the resources, and we're constantly advocating for everyone. That's the whole goal. Is hard for people to believe, but I'm telling you that is the ultimate goal. Is how do we make people's individual lives better? How do we make our families and communities better? How do we make society better? And so we're using technology in our processes to try to make those things happen. So then we have a section called I Can Help. And if you're someone who you have a particular expertise on both the for-profit and nonprofit side, then we're going to build up a database of people that we're calling the providers, the community providers, and that's both virtually and in person. We don't recommend that you have to try to meet anybody, particularly in person, in this process. Everything that we have set up in the apps and on the site is set up so that you can have the interaction with people virtually. So we don't personally recommend that you try to meet with anyone in person. That's entirely up to your discretion. Then we have a whole assessment section called I Need Help. And the I Need Help section, you get to fill out an assessment. And this other thing too, our system is anonymous. We're not going to have any particular thing to verify that you are who you say you are. So you'll have a way to look at all this information, kind of, but you still log in, but we're not checking to validate whether that information is valid or not. So you actually can put random information up there you like. But either way, we're making our system available to make sure you have access to anything and everything, the resources. Because again, we're treating it like this is just one big massive life coaching system that we're putting in place. And then over the next few months, we're going to have a unified calendar by zip code. So in other words, we want to help people party with a purpose and, have fun in this life and be responsible. In other words, there are a lot of people sometimes say, hey, I don't have anything to do. There's not positive things going on. Well, we want to accentuate that. And this calendar is going to be built around the idea that you're going to be able to find positive, informative, enjoyable events and activities all around. The entire system works right now. So right now we're reaching out to partners and stuff all over the country. There's a lot of great meetings and resources going on and around the world. But we're going to have the full release to the public probably around middle of July. Right now we're testing it out, trying to get a sense of what the communities need from us. Because again, we're approaching this as a tech company. And so we're looking at the value of that in regards to being able to make sure all the technology resources are available to everyone as well. And then you also on here are able to join and find and create a community. And so the goal of that is that we want you to be able to put as much of your own content out here. We want to help everyone with their marketing and promotions and all those good things too. So you're going to see us expand that out more. We're big again on life coaching and life planning and life strategies. We have a whole section just around this called Vision Quest. I'm going to share that in another video as well about how we help people map out their entire lives in less than an hour. And then that turns into a 1-year life plan. It's a pretty cool little exercise that we have called Vision Quest around the life strategies. And then we have edutainment culture Edutainment is not a word we created. It's Walt Disney is given credit for coming up with that word. At least he did in the interview in the 50s, or I think in the 50s, early 60s. And so we want to educate and entertain. We want to, again, keep people in the best of spirits and optimistic about the goals and plans and strategies and things that they have in their lives. And then we have a pretty robust section called the mentoring and life coaching portals. This is what we call the equivalent of virtual mentoring. And so the idea is that everyone should have mentors in their life. At least that's what I think. And then I've definitely had great mentors in my life. And so we turn this section in here according to certain categories to try to get people introduced to people that are in that field. And if you're interested in being a virtual mentor, please don't hesitate to contact me. My number and information is on the page. And so if your organization is, don't hesitate to get back to me. And also with any nonprofits, churches, community organizations, government agencies, don't hesitate to get in touch with us. I'm telling you, we're extremely accommodating. Whatever helps, it helps people help people. And see, so the idea of is that the mentor and life coaching sections, again, you get to see a point of reference for maybe something you want to accomplish in your life in advance. And then we have this thing called share my experiences and your testimony. If if you're comfortable with sharing your story, and then this allows you to put that story out there. And of course, we're going to keep everything PG. The whole site is dedicated to that. And sometimes we get some spam on the site, so we have to get it off as fast as possible. But definitely let us know if you see anything. And then I have a separate video on the day wheel. This is also part of our life management system. Helps you kind of set up the assessment of your life every single day. 86,400 seconds in a day. The day wheel helps you look at all those aspects of those seconds and moments of your life. And then we're going to be spotlighting partners all over the country. And so that's going to be a very unique section as we have a better understanding of some of the success things and the care partners that we have around the country. And then we have the National Care Alliance and Property Management and Investment Group. And what's that dedicated to is dealing with property, residential, commercial, farming, industry. Just we want people to have a better experience around what their shelter needs and their housing needs and their location needs. And so we're building up a whole community just around that by itself. So this is what it looks like on the app. And then I'm going to show you here in a second some dynamics of what it looks like on the what it looks like on the web application as well. So I'm going to swipe to the right over here, and you can see here's again the additional lineup. But I'm going to go where it says alliances. I want to show you what it looks like in regards to our partners on the ground. We're clicking brick. I mean, we're virtual and live, right? So our whole intent is not only will you be able to find resources online, but you should be able to find these same resources directly in your community. And so here is a list of all the partners. We do not create a Care Alliance partner website until we have a partner on the ground. I'm not sure what is loading there, but these are all the partners and locations around the country. And okay, I'm changing it on my phone. The screen is catching up. There we go. And see, so we have partners either that are in, if you see a state like the California cares about you, that means we have numerous partners throughout the state of California. We have very specific partners in Oakland and the East Bay area and that kind of, so in regards to what we're doing. So again, we do not put these up until we have a partner on the ground. So to give you an idea where it says like the Colorado Care Alliance, well, obviously if I click on it, it's going to switch over to the Colorado Care Alliance. So the locations will eventually have the equivalent of their own franchise. And again, we have these all over the country. I'm going to go back to the alliances. And right now we have 42 partners. Well, Chicago's coming up soon. And so we have 42 partners in the United States. And then we have an international partner in Ghana. And we're going to be building other additional care alliances around the country and around the world. So our whole intent is to help people in organizations that help people in organizations. And to be a complement to what's out there. We're not trying to compete with anybody. We want to collaborate. And so if you know of anyone that is interested in working with us and or we can work on each other's behalf, I'm saying we got a wonderful group of people who genuinely want to just make society better for everyone. We all can win. There's just no reason out there. There's more than enough resources for everybody to win. The businesses can make more money if that's what they're focusing in. As long as they're trying to improve the community, then we're going to support that. The nonprofits should be able to help more people and be able to service more people. People's lives should be able to be improved. Everybody should be able to win in this. We think there's a great harmony, let alone a balance of how we can take an approach to using technology to improve society as a whole. So again, that's coming straight off the app here, and looking forward to just sharing all the aspects of what we're doing. There's going to be a lot of improvements. We are anticipating a lot of improvements over the next couple of months. We are looking to partner with corporations, major corporations, as the funders or advertisers and marketing components of what we do, because we definitely want to be able to keep this product available to the public for free. And then here, again on the site, you see it mirrors the same thing. I won't take you through all these individual sections. We have a section called Caroline's TV. It's more of a training system that we built into it. And it's just a lot of good stuff in here. Oh, by the way, too, on the app, um, and not only can you look by location, go through our database here by location, you can also look according to a particular area. Let's say I'm in Marietta, Georgia. See, someone put Marietta, and I'm gonna put the state. I can see all the nonprofits that are based in Marietta. So you'll see that number come up here in just a second. 2,158 in Marietta alone. And then, so just that. And we're going to try to build relationships and coalition. And by the way, when you come in here and you see one of these entries, we call these care cards. These are also part of the care card system. But typically, you can click on this and then Google will kind of do the rest. It'll try to find out information about their organization and all these other things. We are trying to connect with Google because we would love to get more data on these organizations and to be able to share as much of resource about what we know about these organizations. And so again, the idea is that we want to connect you to resources at all time, anything that helps make your life better. And so then here also you can do it by topic. Let's say that if you wanted to know more about cancer, right? And so all the organizations that are officially registered that have something in the name, have cancer and the word cancer in their name, you'll see 3,162 different organizations associated with cancer. Let's say if you want to do something to help out youth, you can go here and hit search. Let's make each other better. That's what the goal is. There's 20,000 organizations in our database that have the word youth in their name, right? And then let's say if we're going to look at, um, let's see, workforce or something along that, say anything with work. Let's see here. You have resources around that. We have a closed database, so it's not that you can search like you generally said, like you generally can at on Google. So I would suggest just doing it one word at a time and just kind of build in to identify what you need inside of each resources. So, and then on top of that, we have, let's say, colleges. And as you see, I'm using the system. Okay, and you see 14,352 colleges are in our database. Altogether, we got over 2 million entries. If you're interested, if you look on here and don't find your organization, contact me. We'll add you. If you're a business and you genuinely have an impact on your community, we'll put you on here too. We have the entire list of every business in the United States, but we're not putting the business on here yet until we see how they want to be involved in the process. And because money's a byproduct, so the whole idea is that we want to be able to present value to everybody. Again, this is free. I'm Michael Fleming. It's an honor to serve you. I live my life that way. We're dedicated to trying to figure out how to improve society as a corporation. The business of the Carolines, we have an entire presentation just on that by itself. We're very transparent in the process of what we do. And so don't hesitate to reach out to me. It's a pleasure and honor. Thank you. Take care.